Yo, what's up, guys? And oh my god, did I just win up against an Emu player? What the what? Don't look at this. I didn't time him out, but I did beat him. That's all that matters. I am so ecstatic right now. I am ecstatic. You know why? Because this buggy card finally, finally came out. Not in Japanese, like how the Japanese people had it, but in English. So now we are finally able to play with this card and it be legal. And on top of that, we can play with the OP01 cards because they haven't been rotated out. So now is the time to play Buggy. Buggy right now is in his prime, deck wise. Matchup wise, that's a slightly different story. I'm not saying a big difference, but a slightly different story. You'll see what I mean once I start explaining about the leader matchups. But the reason why Buggy is a little bit better is because, well, I timed out that Emu because of this new blocker Buggy, which is now available at the treasure cups that these tournaments are hosting. So I'm saying Buggy is in its prime now because in my list, I in my list, and then there's another word. I forgot what the word was, but it's because I'm running these two cards. I'm running Sanji's Peel Off and Love Beam. Both of these cards are block one, and as you guys know, block one is being rotated out. So it's time to play your Buggy because I can't imagine what other cards you could play with Buggy. I've said this like so many times. Like I've looked through this entire hunter event list at least like 5 times. I read every single event. There isn't much better cards than Love Beam and Sanji's Peel Off. Sanji's Peel Off, we at least do have a replacement, and that's with this card. But the only problem is that we don't get it off trigger. So if we get this off life, we can't draw two. And there's no other card like Love Beam where it lets you 4K and draw a card. There's a 3K, this Jinbei card, 3K, then you can draw a card. But that 4K, that additional 1,000 really does matter. So we're gonna be playing some Buggy. We have some really good matchups up against these top tier leaders. There's only two leaders that we really struggle against, and that's Emu and Mihawk. Mihawk because he just has the most stupid effect in the game that needs to be banned immediately. Let me show you. Mihawk, this effect needs to be removed from the game immediately. If your opponent leader has a slash attribute, this leader gains plus 1,000 power. I've said this at least a million times. This leader effect is stupid and it needs to be banned. This leader needs to be banned. Get this leader out the game or print him again and just remove that if your opponent's leader has a slash attribute, this leader gains plus 1,000 because that is the most unbalanced, most garbage effect in the entire game. But there's also Emu that we have to worry about, but not for long because the new ban list is coming on Saturday and I am praying that an Emu card does get hit. I mean, it's almost like it's inevitable that an Emu card gets hit because Emu has just been the most busted, most broken leader in the game for the past couple sets. Not recently, but I'm sure that the the card ban list was done a couple sets ago, last set, and maybe even a small few changes this set. So it's almost guaranteed that an Emu card does get hit. I'm hoping that it's the stage because that stage is busted and it needs to be banned, needs to be removed from the game immediately. But right now we're playing Buggy. So we're going to be playing up against every single top leader other than Emu because Emu, that's just a slog to go through. Like that guy got timed out. All right. I know I said I beat him, but in reality, he got timed out. He was taking way too long thinking, and his brain wasn't as fast as me because I had like 11 minutes left on my clock. So not everyone is as fast thinking as me, but that's all right. And we're not going up against Mihawk because that's just an instant lose. It's even more of a loss than Emu. Um, there's one thing that I do want to comment about the Buggy deck, and that is this stage. This stage needs an all-play draw one, but other than that, let's get into the first match. And I'm hoping to find a Boa. I'm hoping to battle up against a Boa, I'm hoping to battle up against a Rocinante, to battle up against a Nami, to battle up against the top deck. So I'm gonna, oh, dang it. All right, I'm gonna cut to where I could find where I queue into a top meta leader. Wait, okay, no cut needed. All right, we're going against a yellow blue Nami. This matchup is pretty good for us. He's going second. We want to go second, but it's all right. Um, we can keep this. We're gonna play out the Galdino, search top three. We're gonna get a stage, and we're gonna pass turn. He's gonna play out young girl, draw one, trash one, and this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. We want to see them play the Thriller Bark package. I'm pretty sure every single Nami player is playing the Thriller Bark package, which is just so beautiful. So we're gonna go stage instead of peel off because we want to not only do we want to swing 7, but we can filter out 4 cards before we use our leader effect. So we're gonna see what he gets. Let's see if he gets a trigger. He does. He's gonna play out the Corona standing. He's going 5 to our leader. I guess we could give him a little 2K, then take the next hit. But what we need is that promo buggy. Oh, we really need that promo buggy. We really need that promo buggy. Okay, this is why I hate going first. Come on, promo buggy. Promo buggy, promo buggy. Ah! Oh, shit. Okay, wait, this is really bad. Um, okay, wait, this is really bad. All right, I'm gonna risk it. Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, wait, we're gonna have to play a Caldino. This is not what you want to see. But you know what? We're still gonna win because the this matchup is busted for us. Don't judge a book by its cover. So we're at 5. We're gonna go up to 7. So we're gonna get a cross skill searcher. And I guess we could KO. We could try to KO the Perona. All right, he's gonna give us a Perona. That's what you get for gambling, I guess. He's gonna search. And he's gonna get baby 5, 2K. All right, 6 to our leader. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Peel off, draw 2. Oh my lord. What is this? Please. Please, 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 please. Okay, we can search top 5, top 4. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, are you kidding me? There is no way. What are the chances of this? What is this insanity? What is this insanity? What is this insanity? Wait, and I trashed my. Oh my god. Okay, cut to the next. Cut to the next. Cut to the next match. All right, guys. Okay, so our first match of the day, we're going up again. What is this, bro? We're keeping. For our first match of the day, we're going up against a blue-yellow Nami. He's gonna put a Dawn onto his leader. That is weird. I don't know why you would ever do that. We're gonna bottom deck these 2 crocodiles. Then we're gonna search top 4 for a Galdino. Then we're gonna pass turn. What we need is a forecast here. We got 2 peel-offs in hand. All right. So at least now we have the promo buggy in our hand. All right, he's gonna search top 4 for a cost 2 to 8. Gonna put a Dawn onto his leader. Did he? What did he search? Oh no, he trashed this. What? What are you doing, brother? Choose what card to activate this. What question is that? We're gonna get promo Mihawk, or not promo Mihawk, but blocker Mihawk. I don't wanna. Okay, we can bottom deck you, and we can bottom deck a peel off. We do get a 4 cost. We're gonna play down Alvita. We're gonna trash 2 of these searchers because we don't really need them anymore. Then we're gonna go fight a life and pass turn. See if he counters. Let's see if he counters. Come on. Are you gonna counter? Are you gonna counter? Let me see a Thriller Bark pirate card in your trash. Let me see you counter with the Thriller Bark. Okay, at least we get a Nami. That probably means he has a Nami in his hand. Yes. That is exactly. Ah, shit. Does he still? Yeah, surely he does run pudding, so we're not gonna get into pudding range. So we're gonna give him a 2K, 1K, and then he's gonna pass it on to us. We're going to finally use our leader effect for the first time, trashing Galdino, playing out Promo Buggy, playing out Mihawk to trash a island to go fight a life, or we'll go fight a life first with leader. So he's gonna give us a plus 2K. Very nice. We can bottom deck. We can bottom deck these two guys at pass turn. First things first, he's going 6 to our life. We could get a little free block. He's gonna play out a Robin, trashing life, healing one, giving a Russadon to his leader, then going to 6 to our life. We're gonna give him a 2K. No problem. He's gonna pass it on over to us. We're gonna trash this. Or we're gonna peel off here. Then we're gonna trash this promo buggy to play out Croc and Mihawk. Trash promo buggy to play out Kabaji blocker. Then we can go 5,000 to his life. He's gonna give us a card, surely. Yes, he does. Okay, give me 2 cards. One for the leader effect and the one to, I guess, get a Thriller Bark pirate card in the trash, but he got Kumasi in the trash, which, okay. We're gonna get a 10 cost buggy, but that's not the 10 cost buggy that we have. I don't think his deck runs any anti-removal, so we can just bottom deck that Robin. We are still in range of being hit by a Nami, so we should probably take the next swing. But if you want to see 3 cards in your hand when you're going to 10 Dawn, it is these 3 cards. She's going to reveal a Perona. Okay, very nice. He's going to play out a girl to draw one, trash one. We want to see these 3 cards because once we're on 10 Dawn, we can peel off, draw 2, use our leader effect, trash one, play out Promo Buggy, pass turn for with 2 Dawn up to use this counter event to draw a card. Putting a Dawn onto his leader, probably another Dawn. No, Dawn onto his Nami. So we're gonna go 7 to our life. So we do have to give up a blocker here, but I'm not sure if I want to give up a blocker just yet. Ooh, okay, we get a peel off trigger. We get a free little draw two. See, if that was the Dressrosa 3 cost, we wouldn't have been able to draw 2 there. This could go 8 to our life. We could give him our Kabaji blocker. We have too many events in our hand. It's gonna go 8 to our life. We could block 2K. We need to keep our hand size a little low so we can use the effects. Gotta play out a Corona to, I guess, freeze. I don't know who you're gonna freeze. I don't swing with the Alvita. Okay. Sure, I guess. And then we could actually double leader effect. Is that worth it? Let's bottom deck a peel off, and then let's bottom deck a Gum Gum. No, let's go. Let's bottom deck a Love Beam, and yes. So we're definitely using our leader effect once to bottom deck this Robin. And now we can use our leader effect again because I don't really think there's anything better that we could do. To do that, then we can go 5,000 to his life. And we want to be KOing the Nami card because the 6K card that he plays out will most likely be a Thriller Bark Pirate card, which is like 5,000 power. So if he wants to give us a card for his leader effect, that's fine. It's actually better if he does, so he has less cards and less of a chance to have a 2K in that hand. He's gonna give us Gravity Blade, no problem. We can go 7,000 to the Nami. If he wants to give us a 2K, we will take it, of course. And if he wants to swing into this Crocodile, well, he could take the Crocodile, to be honest. He's gonna give us a 2K, no problem. He is down to 3 cards in hand. That hand is looking real tiny, but so is our life. We're gonna need another one of these bottom deck buggies because I think he's probably gonna play down another Robin. And we do have one more in our deck. He's gonna put 2 Dawn onto his Perona because he's a little silly. We have 22 cards left in this deck. We are no, we bottom decked one of the 10 costs at the beginning of the match. He said, "Dang, why, why, why? No, don't leave." Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, see what I mean, guys? There's not really much he can do here. I mean, he could swing high with his Nami. We just give up a blocker, and then he swings not as high. And then whatever he swings with this, we just block. Then we could trash, play out, then have a 4K event. If we KO this and he gets a trigger, well, there's nothing that he can play out. He could play this out, but we just bottom deck this because eventually we're going to draw into another 10 cost. I'm not sure whether the other 10 cost is, but we do have another bottom deck 10 cost in our deck. He could play it out. We just bottom deck it. And if he plays this out, it can't attack. If he draw 2, doesn't matter. He could play this from his life, doesn't matter. He can't attack. Pro Knight can't attack. We could just KO the Nami because look, any card that he would play out is a 4 cost. So we KO the Nami. It doesn't matter whatever card he plays out from the Nami effect. It just can't attack. So this is why the Nami matchup is pretty good for us. We were a little healthy. We could have taken some swings. We could have had some counter events. We had everything we needed. We could have bottom decked. We could have done it all. We would have had a 12K swing for that Nami. Then we could have went to life. Any card that he would have gotten. And he had some really good triggers in his trash too. He had 2 Kikanojo triggers. Are you kidding me? 2 Kikanojo triggers? And it's not like he drew bad either. He had a Nami straight into a Robin. He went 1-3-5. 5, he had Nami. 7, he had a Robin. And then I don't know what he did for the rest of the other turns, but that's how it is with the Thriller Bark, which is the set that these blue yellow Nami players are running. So let's go on to the next match. I think we're gonna be going up against whoever it is. It's gonna be meta. So I'll catch you guys in the next game. All right, guys. And the next match is against a blue yellow Boa, and he's going second. Unfortunate for us. We want to be going second, but it's all right. We can roll with it. We're gonna get an Alvita. What is this? What is this insanity? We have 3 10 costs at the bottom of our deck. That is not good. But at the very least, it's 2 of the lockers, one of the bottom deck, and the other bottom deck we have here. So we're gonna be playing with 1 less card in our hand because we want to keep this in our hand. Because, well, we're gonna have to go down 36 cards. No, well, technically 37 cards deep to finally get our next 10 cost. Well, we have one more blocker 10 cost, but I'm talking about the bottom deck 10 cost. Boa doesn't run any anti removal, so we want to be seeing our bottom deck 10 cost buggies. So we're gonna draw 2, but before we do that, we're gonna go 5 to life. Does Boa still run pudding? I think Boa still runs pudding, but it's all right. I think I prefer him to play pudding on his 4 Dawn turn because not only can we negate the pudding from attacking, but he isn't able to play a 4 cost like the 4 cost blocker, 4 cost ran, any of those cards. Because even if he plays one of those cards, even though they can't attack, he can still use the activate main of them. What is this insanity? Absalom in your Boa deck? Oh my god, I think I've seen it all. Oh, I should have probably taken that. Okay. I hate going first. I hate going first. First is the worst. We need to see either a Mihawk or a what's his name? Mihawk. Top deck. Top deck. We need a top deck, either one of those. And he had 3. He got Doctor Hogback. He got a what was that Singe? Singe? Oh, the 3 cost blocker Sindri. And then he got it, and then he drew the Absalom. Okay, so this is very interesting. We did not get what we needed, but it's all right because we could search for what we need. Nope, we still don't get what we need. All right, so we could play out the Alvita instead. We could, okay. All right, this game's playing with me. We're gonna go 5,000 to life. This game is playing with me. What is this? What is this? Insanity. He's going to block with 1K. Then we're going to pass it on over back to him. We weren't able to leader effect, so it's just going to take an extra turn to use our leader effect. But it doesn't matter because all it takes is 1 7 cost buggy. Well, I guess we could have, technically, we could have played the 7 cost buggy, then played an Alvita off of it, which that's probably what we should have done. But it's a little too late to do that. I don't know. I'm never put in a situation like that. This is just pure insanity. We're gonna take this, and oh my god, what is this? Okay, we're gonna give it a 2K because we have 2 searchers. No, we have 1 searcher and draw 2 bottom deck 2. Okay, at the very least, we have a crocodile. We have a crocodilian, and they're oh my god, I almost fat fingered the Kabaji. Oh my god, that would have been real bad. Okay, so we're gonna leader effect. We finally played out the promo buggy, and this game is and we just won this game. We're gonna trash a Mr. 3 Galdino. Then we're gonna go 5,000. Then another 5,000. Then we're going to use stage and start bottom decking some cards. Uh, actually, there's no cards that I want to bottom deck. Wait, we're going 7. Then we're going 9. Give me a 9 Dawn. I guess we could just play it out and have it out on the field for next turn. Even though we need to start bottom decking so we can get to the bottom of our deck so we can see those buggy cards, those 10 cost buggies, because they're still, well, they're not the very bottom now because we did search a little, but they are at the bottom and we need to dig them out. All right, so we're gonna see what he does. There's not really much he can do anymore. If he plays down any 3 or 4 costs, it gets negated. I mean, you could play down your Gorgon Sisters. If you got a Shakiyaku, I guess you could use that. You got an 8 cost Moria. Go ahead, play it. Doesn't matter to me. I'll just bottom deck it. Whatever this guy does, or we could actually just okay. Look, if he plays down a 8 cost Moria, we're gonna play down a Kabaji. Then we're going to use our leader effect and play down the 10 cost Bucky. But if he doesn't do that, then we're gonna peel off. Okay, shit. Okay, not bad, not bad. But I guess everybody needs a little boost, a little head start. That was actually pretty good for him, at least, not for us. Okay, that's all right. Everybody needs a little boost, a little confidence boost. We don't want him to leave too early, like how that Nami did, but we also don't want to lose. So, um, I mean, there's no way that we can lose. It's like impossible. Even if he chains boas, the 10 cost boas, we still don't lose. And I am confident in that. Let's go 5,000 to our life. I mean, I don't want to give up this Kabaji because just in case, just my luck, I won't draw another 4 cost character and then we're just have to play out this. Like, see what I mean? Watch. I'm not going to draw another 4 cost. So we're going to peel off. See? Then we're going to stage, bottom deck this, bottom deck EU. Then we're going to, okay, we do. But we want to play down a blocker. So we're going to play down we're going to trash the Rocket Mihawk, play out the Croc Hawk, trash a Mihawk, play out a Kabaji. Then we're just going to go 6 to life. We're not going to go 5. We don't really need that counter event because we do need 4 or less. So meaning that we need 5 cards to use this and get the 4K power. And if he's going anything over 7K, then, well, even if he goes 6K, no, 7K, we could block 2K. He'd have to go 8,000 for us to have to use this, which I don't think he's doing. Not at Tendon. Not unless he has nothing else better to play. He's got an army of Liliths, though, so he could go 369, 5, quadruple 5, and do nothing else. That could be good. Okay, he's probably gonna swing 2,000. I think this guy lost his mind. No, he's gonna go the 8 cost Moria. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. Because now we can 4 cost Kabaji and then bottom deck that Moria. He does heal a life, but that's alright. It's just he's just prolonging the inevitable. Gonna put the Sindri in his life. Okay, interesting. Because I thought you'd want to put the Kumasi in your life, just in case if you wanted to bring out the Sindri rested final swing, you get a trigger, bring out the Sindri rested, but to each their own, I guess. No, he's gonna go 6,000 to our life. We can give him just a little 2K, a little 2K. And he's gonna pass, hopefully. All right, so he passes. So we could either Alvida or let's think about Alvida just to not only keep our hand size big, but so we stay hand neutral, and because I don't think we need a blocker. So we're gonna play out the Alvida, then we're gonna trash a card from our hand. We're really close to all the 10 costs, so we won't need a searcher event, because if we search the 10 costs and we get all the 10 costs, well then we're gonna have to bottom deck all the 10 costs. So we're not gonna search the 10 costs. We're instead gonna just draw into it naturally. I guess we could probably bottom deck a peel off because we have no. These are the only 2 peel offs left in our deck, so I want to keep the peel offs. So we're gonna go 5,000 a life, then we're gonna go 7,000 a life, keeping a peel off in hand and or keeping both peel offs in hand, and we're keeping a Gum Gum King Cobra. So he's gonna use a trigger. He's gonna get that trigger hog back. Absolutely useless. You're able to do nothing with it. See what I mean? You're better off playing the Kumasi. Okay, now you could probably do something with this though. Sekiyaku. Yes. Okay. But you should have played the the Kumasi at the top of your life. So instead of playing out this trigger hogback, which is absolutely useless, won't be able to attack, won't be able to do anything but sit on your board and take up space. You could have played the Sindri, so I would have had to at least swing my Crocodile and Mihawk onto your Sindri, but if I wouldn't have done that and swung to your life, well, your Sindri would have stood up and you would have had a free little blocker on board to survive maybe another turn. All right, so we're gonna see what he does here. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. There's not much you can do here other than to move your mouse to the very top right and press this concede button. Or if you're a coward, press back to main. Or if you're a mega coward, press cancel match. Can you believe when I'm winning some games, people press cancel match and they expect me to say yes? It's gonna go 5,000 to our life. We could give them a 4K counter event because we need to get that out of our hand. We don't want it. And whatever swing he does, yeah, we're just gonna block. He's keeping 9, probably to use his 9 cost boa. So we have to take a life and he gains life. That is exactly what he did. He gains a life, we take a life, it's gonna pass it on to us, right? How many level of beans do we have? Okay, we still have Oath, love beam. So we can peel off, we can bottom deck 2, and here we go. We're about to draw into the 10 cost buggies. Nope, never mind. This was the other blocker 10 cost buggy. Well, we are on the verge of drawing into it, so we're going to use our leader effect to play to trash Galdino, play out this 10 cost buggy. Then we go 5, 5, 7, 12. Gonna give us Gorgon Sisters. Another 5,000 to life. Okay, he's gonna take Trigger Kikanojo. Okay, that's gonna do nothing for you, buddy. I am sorry. If we can go 7,000 to life, he's most likely going to take because he did counter the 5,000 swing. It'd be a little silly to take the 5K and to counter the 7K. He does take. He's gonna get a trigger, the Trigger Perona, to play out a 4 cost. Let's see if he plays out the Sindri. It'd be best if you play out the Sindri. You could have blocked one. Then you would have got another Sindri on board. There we go. There's a Sindri. We're going to ignore the Sindri, though, because we could just bottom deck the Sindri next turn if she does become a problem and we want to go for game next turn. He's going to take that. He does get a trigger. He's going to play out. He doesn't have 2 Sindris in that trash. So we're going to see what he's going to play out. He's going to... Oh, my brother. You trash your only blocker. I can't KO your blocker. All right, that's fine with us. Seems like he instead wanted to play out the Prona to freeze our rested Alvira. That is a little busted, I'm not going to lie. That move needs to be banned immediately. She gets unfrozen. And we're looking pretty good. We have 4, 6, 8,000 encounter. We have 2 life, a 12k blocker, and we can draw a card. Life's looking good. And he has, what, 3 swings? Not enough for game, that's for sure. We're going to be drawing into a bottom deck buggy, so even if he plays down a blocker, it doesn't matter. We will just bottom deck it. Taking his time thinking. Yeah, I would too, brother. You're kind of in a pickle right now. All your forecasts can't attack. This card is busted and doesn't deserve to be banned immediately. This card does not need to be banned immediately. This card, I wouldn't say it's balanced because it's definitely not. I played the card. I know it's not balanced. This card's a little stupid, but Buggy needs it. This is 3 or less life, 3 or less cards in hand, but I always say this, remember, we can use this if we have 4 cards in hand, because whenever we use this card, our hand goes down to 3. Then the second effect resolves, including our 1 cost event. We could have 5 cards in hand, and this stays as a 4K. It's only once we have 6 cards in hand when we can't use it. So we can go 10 to our life. Okay, we will just block that. No problem. No problem. So he's gonna put a Dawn onto his Kikanojo. Looks like he wanted to donate me a Dawn. We will take that donation gladly. So usually at this point they realize they can't attack with the character that they gave the Dawn to, and they press back to main. We'll see if Carlos, Raul, Rene, okay, Carlos, Raul, Rene is strong-minded. The mental is unbeatable. He's gonna put Kumasi onto his life. But it didn't really matter, even if you would have put the Dawn onto his Oa and went 6-6 or 7-5. Because we counter. Then we counter this. We go 6,000 to our life. If we would have went 7,000, 5,000, we would have just countered 4K counter this, 2K this, 6, 2K, 4K, and then yeah, you get the idea. This Don never really mattered anyways. Unless he went to play something out for 2 Don. He's gonna pass turn, not even bothering swinging with the um Boa leader. So we're gonna peel off, draw 2. There's these 2. So now we're gonna draw into the 10 cost bottom deck buggy. We can swing. Well, we could use this. We could search at 2K. Then we could swing 5. Swing a little 5. All right. Then we can trash the 10 cost buggy for this 10 cost buggy. Then we could bottom deck the Gecko, Moria. Then we could go 6,000 to life. He's gonna give us a 3K event. No, this is only for Thriller Bark. Your leader is not Thriller Bark. I do not remember seeing Boa in Thriller Bark. Has Boa even and um has Boa and Moria even stood side by side? I don't think they've ever even stood side by side. He's going to play out the Perona. Then he gets to draw a card. We're gonna go 12. Then we can go another 12. Then we can go 7. And that is game. He had a Kuma. He could have Kuma'd. Then he could have saved. Oh, he couldn't really use these. Not sure why you have your brick bats, but I mean, I guess. Yep, that was the Boa matchup. I'm not sure how accurate this Boa matchup was, though. I mean, if you're ever going against a hybrid Boa Thriller Bark, it's the best of both worlds because you get the 4 costs and you get the 4 cost Thriller Bark and you get the 4 cost Kikanojos. But it's literally the same exact way with the normal Boa, I guess. Maybe this is the new Boa list, but with the normal Boa, the only Kuja Pirates list, I mean, you throw down this buggy and it's pretty much over. Any 6 cost, if he plays a 6 cost Shakiyaku or the 6 cost Gorgon Sisters, well, you wait for at least 2 characters to be rested. So let's say he has a Shakiyaku and he has a Gorgon Sisters. If he has 2 6 cost or yeah, 2 6 cost characters rested, that's when you swing into him. But other than that, any 9 cost he plays, any Kumas he plays, you just 10 cost and bottom deck him. Better to bottom deck the 10 cost 7K Kumas, so you don't have to give him a life. But even if he gets a life, it's okay. Most of his triggers are going to be the 4 costs, anyways, statistically speaking. So we're gonna go on to the next match. I'll see you guys when I find it. It's gonna be another meta leader, so I'll cut to when we find another match right now.
All right, fellas. And the next match is up against a blue-red ace. So he's going second, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we're going first. I guess we could keep this hand. This hand isn't the worst. We could search top 4. We could get a Croc and Miho. Because I don't think the promo buggy is any good up against this matchup. I think they took away all the 4 costs that they had because they saw that buggy was beating red, blue, ace way too much, and they decided to take it out. You're gonna search. No, he's gonna draw 4. Draw 4. Draw 4 cards and trash 2. Draw 2. Yes. Jesus. All right. So at 3 Dawn, we can't do anything other than swing 8 at him, and he does take, and he won't be able to draw 2. Beautiful. But he was able to filter a lot of his cards out. He's gonna play out. Oh my god, Atmos, come on now. Return a 4 cost or less. He's gonna go 6-star life. I guess we could counter out of that. And we do get the promo buggy and the Mihawk combo this early. He's going on to 6 Dawn. I think Red Rock is how much is Red Rock? I don't think we have to worry about either of those. Swing a promo buggy. We can do Mihawk, and then we can trash a we're gonna trash a level of beam, unfortunately. Then we can pass turn because I don't think we have to worry about any removal yet. I think next turn is when we have to worry about the removal. He's going up to 6. How much is Red Rock? Jozu. Jozu's a 6 or less? Huh? Huh? Alright, I thought Jozu was a 5 or less. I guess Jozu's a 6 or less. He's gonna go 6 to our life, naturally, of course. We're gonna give him another 2K. We don't want to drop down too low. Not against a ace. So we're gonna be looking for a 4 cost here. Any 4 cost, really, but what we really want is a Moji. But what we really want is a Kabaji. We're gonna get the Kabaji. Then we're gonna trash a Love Beam to play out Croc and Mihawk. To trash a Blocker Buggy to play out a this guy. So then we can go 6,000 to his life. The next turn we could Alvita, then 10 cost Buggy. Hopefully he doesn't have I Am Whitebeard. I think if he doesn't have I Am Whitebeard, I think we're gonna play it a little bit differently. We're gonna use his leader effect to give our leader minus 2K. No problem. We're gonna pass turn. We're gonna see what he does here. And if it sounds like I'm eating, I'm sorry, but I'm eating some peeps. Easter is coming up. So shit, he did have an I Am Whitebeard. Kind of bad, but also kind of good. I said a whole lot of nothing there, but kind of bad, kind of good. So we don't have to worry about Atmos. We only have to worry about these two swings, and he takes a life. Are you kidding me, brother? You take a life there? Sure, if you want to take a life, you could take a life. He's gonna go 10,000 to our life. I guess we're gonna have to take both of these upcoming hits. Yes, yes. Oh my god. Insanity. We're gonna do this. We're gonna trash a Mihawk, and we're going to trash, I guess we could trash another Mihawk. Then we could use our leader effect to trash a 1K Altheta to play our 10 cost in favor of you. Bottom decking the Edward Newgate, and just like that, that Edward Newgate is out of here. It's old news. Bye bye. We don't have to worry about that 10 cost Newgate. And if he does try to 10 cost Newgate again, well, then we have a top 4 and we don't have stage. Oh, God. We can most likely find a okay, and he has another 10 cost. All right, that's fine. Because we're gonna get one from the top of our life right here. We're gonna get this useless promo buggy, but it's okay because we give up a blocker here. That is why we needed a okay. Well, we can search top 4. Okay. Well, we can stage play it out and filter out 2 cards from our hand. Okay. I think the best course of action here is to play out the Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. Then we could either go double 6 or we could go double. What are we gonna do here? We do have a 4K counter event. I do want to keep the 4K counter event. So I think I'm gonna go 6,000 with the Alvita. Just to bait him into swinging into our Alvita because we want this Alvita dead. She is useless to us. He's gonna give us a 2K. Then we could go 12,000. We could probably go 12,000 to the Jozu, honestly. He's gonna block, give us probably a 1K. Or use his leader effect. Excuse me, what happened? You went 12? We went 12. What did he do? Did he not do anything? Both of these are 12,000. Why did it fail? Edward Newgate block. What happened there? He gave up Ezo for the Alvita swing, and then we swung 12 with Buggy. He blocked, and then it failed? I'm not sure what happened there, but we're gonna go 7,000 to the Jozu. No, because he didn't even use his leader effect. What is this? He's gonna play down the Edward Newgate, make his leader 8,000. He's gonna go 7,002 to our Cock and Mihawk. We're gonna give him a 2K. He's gonna go 9,000. We can give him a 4K counter event. Then is he gonna swing with a 12K? No, he isn't. That's perfect. So now we can search top four and get the 10 cost. So we can get another counter, a searcher event. We can search top four. We can get the. Oh my lord! What is this insanity? Okay, we could bottom deck this, and then we could. Oh my. 6, 7. No, we're just gonna replace this Alvita. Search for it. There we go. Search and get the 10 cost. Then we could trash this Alvita. We could trash. No, then we could play this 10 cost. Then we could bottom deck the Edward Newgate. Then we could go 12 to the, or actually, let's not go 12. What am I doing? Or actually, no, because he's 8,000. We could go 13 to the Jozu. Then we go 8,000 to life. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. You're gonna give us 1K. We'll pass turn there. We trashed one blocker buggy. Yeah, we only trashed one blocker buggy. What is this insanity? Let's go play down the rusher, Roger. Let's go 6,000 to our life. We can take. No. Well, I think we take here. We take. Then he swings with this. Then we block. Then with the Roger swing he has, we counter. Or no, that won't work. I mean, we could. Okay, no. What am I talking about? It's better to counter this. Then we take this. Then we block this. Or we didn't even need to block that. I'm trolling with that block. Because we could have had an additional swinger. But we go double 12s. That Roger was the real troll in this game, though. And now we get the 10 cost buggies. We don't need you guys. We go 12, 12. There we go. Another 12 and then 10. It's going to give us a round table that is broken. 2K, 2K, 1K. All right. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for another 12,000. Just to keep in theme with these buggies. I guess I should put 7 down here instead. So 12 with the leader. And then he doesn't have enough. So the ace matchup is interesting because if he plays something like Atmos, then we could play out the promo buggy to not only defend from not only so the Atmos can't swing, but the leader swing, he will have to put on at least one Dawn onto his leader to swing 7,000 so we don't get a free block. And at that point, we could just block, give him either a 1K or a 2K, depending if he swings 7 or 8. We want to stay as healthy as possible as ace because we just want to get to the late game, just like how he does. But if he starts playing out these Yamatos really early and starts spamming out these Yamatos instead of playing out the 10 cost Edward Newgates, then that's when we get in trouble because if he plays out 2 of these Yamatos, well, he draws 2, then he gives a rested Dawn. He could be drawing 2 every time he plays out this Yamato and swinging 7,000 with his leader. And then in conjunction with this, he could also be playing out Searchers or Marco Block, excuse me, Marco blockers. He could be play out a pudding. He could do a whole lot of more stuff because he is only using 5 Dawn. He could even play out 2 Yamatos in one turn. That is when we get in trouble. But if he plays it like how any other ace would play the matchup, how any other ace plays the game normally, well, that's when we can really win with these bottom deck buggies. We want to be trashing these buggies and playing out the bottom deck buggies. So on to, I don't even think there's much leaders that we can do. I think I showed you guys. I mean, if you guys aren't impressed by that Nami win, by that ace win, by the Boa win, then I'm not sure what I could do to impress you guys. Do you guys want me to win up against a blue, purple, yellow, purple Rocinante? Maybe. Maybe I'll do that, but it's a little hard, not gonna lie. The blue, purple Rocinante is a little hard. But look, that was the buggy deck. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm gonna do a little breakdown of the deck in a minute. So look, guys, the ban list is coming in this Monday, I do believe. This Monday. So in like a couple days from now. I forget when the bans do take effect, but if the bans take effect before block one rotation, well then that is going to be buggy and it's absolute prime. Okay, you gotta hear me. That's gonna be buggy in its most best state because there's not going to be a single buggy card that's going to be hit in that ban list, and the bans are most likely going to come from our worst matchups. So we're probably going to see an emu ban. So there's only going to be one card or one leader that you have to avoid at tournaments, which is much better than having two leaders that you have to avoid. You can avoid the only leader that you have to avoid is Mihawk. So if you know that your locals doesn't have a lot of Mihawk players, well, buggy players, it's time to pick up the buggy deck, to pick up the maxed out buggy decks, and to play the shit out of buggy because anti removal is not a problem anymore. We have these 12k blockers. The only problem with Buggy right now is the price of this fucking card. This card's like $45 and it's not going to be get any cheaper. But look, with promo cards, they're the worst quality cards. So you could just print this card out, tape it on over a normal card. Don't tell anyone that you're doing it, of course. It's not like you could tell from the difference because the promo cards they're always so garbage. They don't have any foil. It's just a normal common card. So print this out, you tape it over a normal card, and you could play with it, and nobody has to know. That's what they call proxies. Proxies. I'm sure you guys already knew. But Buggy, like you guys saw, um, for our searchers, we have 8 searchers in this deck. We want to be searching for our combo starters. If we have combo starters, then what we want to be searching for is the card that goes with our combo starter. So let's say we're on 4 Dawn and we have 2 searchers. Or let's say we get on 3 Dawn. We have a Crocodile Mihawk. We have some random bullshit in our hand. And we have a searcher. Well, we play the searcher and then we search like a Mihawk, promo buggy, some random event, and then a 4 cost. We want to be getting the 4 cost, so next turn we can play it out with the Crocodile and Mihawk. I know Crocodile and Mihawk draws 2 and trashes 1, but just like with that very first game, that definitely didn't happen. You could go for the gamble, but more times than not, you're not gonna get it because it is you who is doing it, and we all know how us goes, how us buggy players goes, how our luck is just the worst. So, if you're feeling gambly, if you want to gamble, sure you could do that, but search for if you have a Crocodile Mihawk, you want to be searching for 4 cost. If you have promo buggy in your hand, then you want to be searching for Mihawks. And so the matchups right now, the reason why buggy is even decent is because of this promo buggy. This promo buggy, if you play it out, then all the 3 and 4 costs cannot attack. So that does include your 4 cost Alvida, but more times than not, you're going to be able to swing with the 4 cost Alvida because you're whenever you play out the 7 cost buggy, you're gonna play out the 6 cost Mihawk, and then you have both your base 5 cost or more characters. So this does become 5 cost. But it's just something to keep in mind, just in case if you do have the promo buggy and you only have like your promo buggy on board and you somehow your Crocodile Mihawk died, or somehow they killed your Mihawk, well then your Alvida will go down to 4 and she won't be able to attack. So those games that you really want to extend, really want to drag the game out, you don't want to be playing out your Alvidas, you want to be playing out your Kabajis. So just like how you guys saw that last match up against Ace, especially with 6k leaders, um, our Alvida just sat on the board. She was East Blue Alvida. If you guys don't know how East Blue Alvida looked like, let me show you how. This is how our Alvida was looking like on our board. So we don't want to see that Alvida. So up against 6k leaders, you want to be playing out your Kabajis because you can at least block with it. And if you can't play out your Kabaji, we're gonna have to go with the next best thing, and that is going to be a Moji. I think I'm gonna up this up to 4 and the Kabaji down to 2 because actually I'm gonna do that right now because I just now decided that I think that's what I want to do. I think that this would be better. it would be more consistent, most definitely. These two are 2Ks anyways. And that's another thing with this deck is that we run so many 2Ks. We have 4, 8, 10 2Ks. Actually, that doesn't sound like a lot. Well, we have 10 2Ks, and we have 4K counter events, which is quite a bit, right? So the reason why, so let me also go into why we run these counter event cards and why we run peel off. So the reason why we run Gum Gum King Cobra is because I like to play Buggy kind of like how Emu plays Emu. Emu loves to 10 elders, play out all the elders, then leave like 4 Dawn up for counter events. I like to do the same thing with Buggy because Buggy you use 5 Dawn, you trash a card, and you get to play out one of these big boy buggies. Well, you have 5 Dawn left over. And your hand size is probably going to be looking a little low because you go -2 in hand using your leader effect to play out a buggy. So you use 5 Dawn. So this is the most ideal 10 Dawn play. So you use leader effect, you play out this buggy. Then, well, first you peel off. You're at 7 Dawn. You save 2 Dawn for your Love Beam. Then you leader effect using 5 Dawn, trashing a card. So now you're hand neutral. You play out the buggy. So now you're -1. You would have went -1 if you would have played out the buggy just outright anyways. So you're just -1. You get a 10K, 12K free red rock. And then you have 2 Dawn up. You can either use 1 Dawn to swing 6K with leader, if we're going against a 6K leader, or if you want to get a 2K from their hand, if you have a Gum Gum Key Cobra. But if you have 2 Dawn and you need extra card draw, then that's when you love beam. That's when you keep up 2 Dawn, swing 5K with leader. You keep 2 Dawn up, and then you counter 4K. 4K is really high number. I mean, they have to swing 9,000, so you won't be able to love beam, but you counter 4K and you get to draw a card because you're going to be low on cards anyways because of this leader effect. You have to go -2. But that's why we run peel off. That's why we run level of beam, and that's why we run all these. So that's the most ideal situation. And of course, if you have Gum Gum King Cobra and you don't need the card draw, if you're not able to use the card draw, so like let's say you have 4 or 5 cards in your hand, well then that's when you use your Gum Gum King Cobra because it's a 4K, but it's 1 Dawn cheaper. But for the extra Dawn cheaper, you miss out on drawing a card. Searcher event, I mean, obvious. Searcher, obvious. Alvita, draw 3, trash 2. I like to play out Alvita if I have a bunch of these combo starters in my hand. So let's say I have 2 of these promo buggies and 2 of these Crocodile and Mihawks. Well, what I do is on my 4 Dawn turn, I play out Alvita and I trash a Crocodile and Mihawk and I trash a promo buggy. So now we don't have to worry about getting either of these in our deck or, yeah, in our deck ever again. So technically, we're playing with 49 cards, right? So this is a reason why I run stage 2 is because this is for the more advanced plays, of course. So like let's say you have a bunch of 2Ks in your hand and you want to play out your Crocodile and Mihawk. Well, you use your stage. Let's say you have a Kabaji, Moji, Crocodile Mihawk, and a 10 cost buggy. Well, you use your Kari Bari Island, then you bottom deck a Kabaji, bottom deck a Moji, and like let's say you draw into 2 Draco and Mihawks, and you already have your buggy and Mihawk on board. Well, you know you're not going to be playing out another Mihawk, most likely, at least. Actually, Mi- Mihawk is probably a bad example. Let's say you draw into 2 promo buggies. So then you use your leader effect to trash a promo buggy. Then you play out the Crocodile Mihawk. You draw 2, and then you trash the other promo buggy. So now you don't have to worry about 2 promo buggies. You have 1 promo buggy on the board. Wait a minute. What is this? Am I running 3 promo buggies? Don't tell me I'm running 3 promo buggies. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I'm running 3 promo. Wait, what cards did I remove? I removed. Wait, load. No, I'm running 4. Okay. So yeah. Oh, no, because okay. So then you have 1 in play and you don't have to worry about 2. So look at this. You never have to worry about drawing into another promo buggy ever again. And then guess what? These 2Ks are going to be at the bottom of your deck. So whenever it comes late game and you're using your stage every single turn, well, you're going to be bottom decking the extra bricks that are just in the middle of your deck. So like let's say you have a Crocodile and Mihawk, then you have a 10 cost buggy and you're going up against a removal deck. You just bottom deck these 2 cards, and then you would have trashed the card anyways. Then you would have trashed probably like 2 of these, probably even, and then you would have played 1 of them. Well, then look, you're playing with 40 cards, and then boom, 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 boom. You have so much counter, and you don't have to worry about drawing into any bricks because you're trashing all the bricks because you're bottom decking your counter. You're drawing into more counter, but you're trashing cards, and the cards that you trash are bricks. So that's why I'm running the stage. It's a little it's it's gonna take a couple games for you to get used to stage, because I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a while to really understand why stage was good. I used to run only one copy of stage, but once I realized that you can start bottom decking your 2Ks, once you can start bottom decking your um excuse me, you can start bottom decking your events. You can start bottom decking your buggies. That's when I increased it up to 3. And if this had an on play draw card, like how it should, this there's no reason why this card shouldn't have an on play draw one card. I would have upped it up to 1, but it not having a draw 1 is also kind of good. So if you ever have 7 cards in hand and you have just need to get rid of a card so you don't have to worry about putting, well, you just play out this island card and then you go down to 6, which is a nice little way to avoid puttings without just doing some stupid play. So so that's why we were running 3 stages. So late game, whenever you're doing your combo, your draw 2 buggy event, you're using your peel off, so you draw 2, so you're most likely drawing into another peel off, or you're drawing into another 10 cost, you're drawing into a 2K, you're drawing into a counter event. So you can keep going with the cycle. I say buggy is a more hard emu and more weak emu. That's what I like to compare buggy to. It's just a power crept emu. Because I love playing buggy like how emu does. This deck is, I'd say it's pretty consistent with your 4 costs. The only problem is your combo starters. You have 8 of these in your deck. I hope Bandai prints out a new one of these, but this is your anti removal. You just trash a card from your hand. It can protect any cross guild. Uh, if they would be removed from an effect. So that's from anything. So they red rock, they gravity blade you, they, I don't know, shanks, the 9 cost shanks you, KO trash, or it's KO trash, whatever. You just trash a card from your hand, which is always very useful. We already said your promo buggy. You always want to be playing your Mihawk off your promo buggy. Sometimes you can. I mean, there's some games where I have to play the Kabaji, which is just in every single way worse than your Mihawk. But if you have to, then this is your next best card. Well, these two are your next best cards, depending on your situation, of course. I hate playing Mojis because he is a 4 cost 1000. He's very easily removable, but it's whatever. But that was the buggy deck. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Like I'm saying, this is buggy season. This is your time to get out the buggy deck and to play with it. If you're ever going to win any locals with buggies, it's going to be now. And this is probably your last chance to play with buggy before he just becomes just too bad to play without needing new support. And I'm not talking about new support like this most garbage Alvita. I don't know what they were thinking with this terrible Albedo OPO 12. I mean, come on. If you have 2 more characters with an original cost of 5 or more, gains +1 cost. All right, good, perfect. It's a 4 cost 5K. All right, set it just like this Alvita, but place one of your opponent's character with an original cost of 1 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. It could have at least been 2 or less. Even at 2 or less, it would have been garbage. But this card is just so bad. It's so garbage compared to this Alvita. It's a 4/5, but you can draw 3, trash 2. Come on, brother. I don't know why they would ever print this. I don't know why they would ever think, oh, wait, we got new support? EB03? You may trash the card from your hand, place one of your opponent's characters with 4,000 base power or less, and up to one of your characters with a base cost of 3. Come on, bro. This is garbage. I did not know that Buggy got this new card. Trash a card from your hand to place an opponent's character with a base power of 4,000 or less, and a character with. This is so bad. Oh my god, this is garbage. I mean, sure, if you want to go for game, this is decent, but it doesn't even get the +1 cost. This can't even be played at the buggy deck. What are we doing, Bandai? Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh my god, I don't even want to look at this garbage. This insanity. Ban that card immediately. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll be seeing you guys next time with probably another buggy video in the future. Bye bye.